This one's kind of up in the air as we speak today, but this past legislative session, the supermajorities in the Illinois legislature passed a proposed amendment to the Illinois Constitution for Amendment 1 that's going to expand union rights, maybe at the expense of existing state laws in some cases. So what are your views on right-to-work laws, and do you support or oppose the passage of Amendment 1?
So I'm going to say something that may surprise some of you, but I am 100%, I back labor. We're talking about private labor, private unions, and there's a difference between public unions and private unions. But those folks, I think, work hard, and they know just as much as we do that we're all getting the shaft right now. There's a war in the middle class, if you guys haven't figured this out, and it's not necessarily about the left or the right anymore. It's about up and down, and that's what I'm here to fight for. There are more Trump hat-wearing, MAGA-loving members of building trades than ever before. I'm talking 80%. Now, their leadership is still a little Democratic, and there's some push. But what they don't want, and I've seen this firsthand so many times, they don't want middle-class people on the same side. Because now we start talking. Now we start having conversations, and we start pointing out, these are not unreasonable people. In fact, just the opposite. But what happens is the up keeps throwing in things. Let me give you guys a good example. So we had some legislation for the energy bill with the nuclear power plants. And if you remember, we almost shut those down. So why didn't we just have a bill that said keep the power plants open? No, we threw in a ton of pork, just social programs left and right. If it would have just been the jobs, we would have passed unanimously. But now they throw in all this pork, so you lose 75% of all Republicans. And, of course, now we're pitted against each other. So this is the kind of stuff that they do behind the scenes that, again, I can't stress this enough. Communication, communication, communication. Let's just talk to folks. You'd be surprised, and as a chairman of the party, I have talked to so many building trade people lately, and they want what we want, a better state. They're not trying to rip anyone off. So, you know, I do back labor, and I'm proud of it, to be honest with you. And I think that more Republicans, more and more, are understanding that, because it's about all of us in the middle and not lining the pockets of a few Rockefellers here and there. So when these bills come out, and I don't know every single detail in this bill, so I haven't had a chance to go through it, but I'm supportive. I'd much rather be supportive of rights of the middle class than anyone else. Thank you.
All right.